All right. All right. It says I'm live. I jumped over to my phone's hotspot for the internet connection. So I'm completely cellular now, man. This is ridiculous. I don't know. We're going to get some I have a very long house. My house is long. And we have the internet, the router at one end of the house, and I'm not quite on the other end of the house. So I don't know why it's a problem tonight where it hasn't been a problem before, but hello, thank you all for jumping if you're back. Hello, Monday. Happy Monday, Jason, Mike, Andrew. Oh, get mesh routers. Get mesh, Jill. Yeah, that's what we thought it was too, but Google Nest totally screwed everything up. Yeah, I'm gonna try an extender. Or I shouldn't pick "Can't Speak" as my song. Oh no, don't say it's pixelating. Don't say that. You know why I've cursed it? I'm drinking from this cozy. Am I frozen again?
No.
They said I was pixelating.
Yeah, you are.
I'm pixelating.
Yeah.
Well, that helps. That helps.
Yeah.
I'm getting a Nest router next. I'm in the same boat as you. Yeah, you look like a Minecraft. It's fine. Well, I'm Hero Brian, right? Or Steve. I know all the lingo. Bentley Little Cozy. Number one setup. You're nowhere in danger of being on camera. Oh my God, you guys. I'm going to turn the camera to the show. All right. All right. I have to be. I'm very careful. I have to be very careful. This is howdy, Peter, David, Andrew. Number one. This is 5 decades, right?
Yes.
5 decades, 5 drinks for a very special. Here's the drink producer Jill made for me right here. And I don't know what it is. So this is a popular drink for the year 2000s, the aughts. The aughts. A Cosmopolitan. It happens to be producer Jill's favorite drink. So last week it was White Russian. So I think we're doing good. The real star of the TV series Sex and the City, the cocktail was brought to life during the early to mid 2000s, turning the beverage into a pop culture explosion. Pinky out, Flash says. What up, Jeff in the city? So I was watching your Nightworms video and I was trying to make out the book to the right of Dune on your CP shelf, and almost looked like it might be Dune itself outside the case. No, I believe that's Out of the Dark. Steve Ransnick, Tem. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, my friend. That's what it is, Jason. It's Out of the Dark. Storybook of Horrors, Steve Rasnick, Tem. Huge behemoth, luxury illustrations all over the place in this bad boy. I think I have an unboxing on my channel for it. It doesn't predate the channel, so this is the first title I bought direct from Centipede Press, just to see what they were capable of, and boy, was I blown away. This is gorgeous. And Steve Rasnick, Tem, his horror is really wild, really poetic and crazy. But I don't know what you would classify his stuff as, but I liked it a lot. He's amazing. I did kick the bucket. He did. What's up, Stephen Wayne Nelson Jr.? Eek, that Cosmo has too much cranberry. Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you what the professionals are saying.
I know, and it's way too dark.
Jason's got an eye. Thank you. Should have guessed that. That's a great book. It is. It's got the top edge stain. It's really a marvelous edition. Putting it in the warehouse. And I'm going to work on the setup too. Joe, we got to work on the setup so people can look at the books. Because who wants to hear me? If only Jeff wasn't filming this using a potato, we could see those illustrations. Oh, this is delicious. I might have too much cranberry, but it's delicious. What's up, Mitch? It could be a phone book for all. Hey, you want to see a phone book? I almost died just now. Everybody, check it out. I have this. My father-in-law was a Chicago cop for 39 years. Yes, 39, just to be difficult. He retired his 39th year. And this is a cool Chicago street address telephone directory. So you go to you look up the address of the house and you get the phone number. So this wasn't this was obviously limited to law enforcement and people who work in that capacity. It's like a reverse directory. You don't look up the name to get the number. You look up the address to get the number. And so you could call anybody. If you're by a house and you have the address, you could look it up. And if it's listed, you could call it. So this is really old. I forgot, September 1981. But I loved it because it's hardbound and it's this cool cover. So I took it and I love it. It's really wild. And it, harkens back to my roots. Harkens back to my roots. I actually looked up the address I grew up at, and it's in here. So it's fun. So there is a telephone book for all you know. And I'm sure it's pixelated. Oh, this is painful. We're going to get a better setup and better Wi-Fi. So what do we got? Oh, Philip's here. Is Philip here? What's up? Did Philip show up? Philip Fracassi. Hey, all. We're noting Tem's late wife, Melanie Tem, is also a wonderful writer with a gorgeous book by Centipede. Yeah, I actually heard about Melanie Tem. I heard that name before I heard of Steve Rasnick. That the book, that story, Out of the Dark, was just a total leap of faith for me. I bought it just to see the previous Centipede Press book I owned was The Drive-In by Joe Lansdale. And I bought that on the secondary for cheap, actually. And then I went to the Centipede website just to see what they had. And then that book caught my eye and I bought it direct. So it's the first thing I got direct from Jared. Mitch, I want some Rapture. How can I order? Yes, everybody order some Rapture. I was a bit disappointed the more recent SR Team book was such a much smaller format. The Night Doctor. Yeah, it is. It's tiny. And I have matching numbers with the Night Doctor and Out of the Dark. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer when you put them next to each other on the shelf because they don't feel, I mean, even if the numbers match, they're not a set. I haven't read that yet. Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. took all my money. Now I have no money. Yeah, well, you have a pretty sweet haul. So he hooked you up with that blue meth. For a second there, I thought Jeff was explaining how to use a phone book because that could really happen. I mean, sooner or later, it is going to be something we need to explain. Yeah, I should call them and ask them why they still have a landline. Cherry Cosmo. It's not Cosmo, but still. Well, Jill shouldn't have outed herself because they barely have a picture. How are they going to know that this red isn't raspberry? Should be pink. Hey, check your emails. Suntup just sent out status updates. Crazy. He's been blasting everybody with detailed status updates for Jaws, Imagica, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think those are the only three I got. My definition is higher. Oh, I'm getting total deaf. High def. If you ever want to part with that, my buddy Tony Cupoletta would love to buy that from you. Huge historical Chicago artifact collector. I'm losing my voice. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, it's for 3 numbered and 1 gift. Okay, well, probably. I'm gone. They said I'm gone. Gone? Publish your email update. It's a beautiful thing. Oh man. You know what? I think that am I there? Okay. My unsigned POD also arrived today. Oh, nice. We stuttering? I see you. I lost again. Not hearing you at all. This is just. Well, producer Jill has me. I don't know if everybody. Okay, no voice now, but producer Jill's getting the voice. I don't know if you guys have to refresh. I don't know. Hans hears me. Oh, this is hell. Yeah, you can tell I'm a first world guy if this is hell. All right, Philip. Cool. I can see and hear you, but you look like Minecraft again. I like that. I'm a creeper or a villager. That's what a villager says. Man, I think Richard Chismar has sabotaged my feed because he knows I've got one brewing. I've got one brewing for him. Maybe PD needs to pedal faster. Yeah, producer Jill. I'm picking you up perfectly fine, both video and audio. Okay, I got an interview today about books of horror, and I mentioned Philip Fracassi in detail. Who interviewed you, Hans? Now the voice is fine and the picture is rough again, but seeing your face isn't really that important or necessary or desirable. Chiz rant. Yeah, there's a Chiz rant. Oh my God. I can't hear now either. This is just nuts. Yeah, who interviewed you, Hans, for books of horror? I'm curious. Chiz is cupping your router. Signature sheets arrived for Tabitha's book. Only 2 years more to go. I gotta fetch the link. We talked for over 2 hours, but with who? Did you say with who? I'm dying to know. Where does that appear? That's cool. Philip Fracassi loves his POD like a second child. That's very nice. That's very nice. My unsigned copy of Powers of Darkness arrived here in the UK a few days ago, quicker than I expected. Interesting. Oh, damn. I totally forgot about that. I meant to harass you. Oh. Rick Hipson interviewed me. I don't know who that is. Hey, Scully's here. Dirty South. Dirty South with Scully. Let's see. I'm going to shut some things down. Maybe that'll give me a little more bandwidth. I don't know. So, yes, signature sheets arrived for the Tabitha King book. So when David shared that on the Jeff Word, I'm like, okay. I was already pissed off at Nightworms that Cemetery Dance ruined my Nightworms package because I wanted to get Sallow Bend by Alan Baxter, and Nightworms had to send out their package without that book because Cemetery Dance didn't get it to them in time. And Cemetery Dance said a pallet of books was lost. So it could totally be real. It could be coincidental, or it could just be a bullshit excuse. I don't know. But I had to do without. And I was already mad at CD. And then David Mulligan shares on the Jeff Word that the Caretakers by Tabitha King was finally signed. And I'm like, oh, the signature sheets are in. That's fantastic. Why did it take so long? I don't know. If Richard Chismar is so close to Stephen King, why can't he get these sheets signed? Like, it should not be that long. And then it caused me to go to Cemetery Dance's product update page, and oh my God, it's a mess. It's so crazy. The Best of Shivers. So let me break it down for you. On the Best of Shivers, edited by Richard Chismar, proofreading has been completed for this title, and there is now only one more author who needs to sign the signature sheets, and then this one will be ready for the printer. The author has had the signature sheets for close to 2 years now. Who does that? What authors, and why do they all get gigs at Cemetery Dance? Who are these authors that sit on the signature sheets for years without relinquishing them? It is just like, why does this beset Cemetery Dance? Can't they do anything about it? But Where is this author? Is he or she in a cave somewhere, inaccessible by anything but a llama powered boat or something? I don't know. Stuck again. Oh, Sherry, I'd read fresh. It's working for some of us. You know what? Maybe maybe Jill, they didn't pay the membership fees, so they get spotty reception. Oh, this is nuts. Maybe they don't have respect for CD, or maybe CD just doesn't makes excuses. So, wow, yeah. So my uh, so I looked at the page at the production status, and Shivers is waiting for a signature sheet that's 2 years with one author. Caretakers was finally signed by Tabitha King, who's basically Richard Chismar's aunt. And then you scroll down, you keep scrolling, and then what do you find? Interview with the Vampire. The signature sheets are in, and the book is at the printer. So you're telling me you just got the signature sheets in? Because that's what I'm led to believe, that this is the latest news they have to offer. Anne Rice passed away December 2021. So how are you saying the signature sheets are just now in? I mean, like, this just defies. This is insulting to the customers at this point, to just kind of hook all the blame on the signature sheets or anything like somebody else is holding us up. We would do what we could, but we can't. What are we going to do? Are you kidding? Oh man, is that froth coming through in pixelated glory? Sherry, they don't want you to watch this because I'm swearing now. Maybe these authors. Oh yeah. I never trust a word CD says anymore. No. DR Dark Regions Press authors sit on signature sheets too. Peas in a pod. Yeah, I noticed Dark Regions Press follows a lot of what CD does, and but I think they've course corrected faster than CD. You have kids streaming stuff in the house. Oh yeah, they always do. They're so they're crashing everything. Jeff is very articulate, so you can read his lips if necessary. Oh no. They said they had the signature sheets right after she died. Their updates are pathetic. Yeah, you can't say like Brian James Freeman was out there doing damage control after she passed away, and everybody was worried about their copy of Interview with the Vampire, and he was out there getting ahead of it, saying, "No, don't worry about that. It's still going to be signed by her. We have the signature sheets." So why are they updating us with this information that's not an update, nor is it information? I mean, and the book is at the printer. Oh well, there's a typo. The signature sheets are in, and this book is at the printer. At the printer. No, I don't usually get all that snarky, but I don't have an eye for details, so I usually don't catch typos. I'm at the printer. I've signed 6 sheets for around a dozen books. I've never held on to them more than a week. Yeah, I just don't understand. It's taking months to get other publishers' titles from CD now. I know, because they go in the shipping queue. Now, I got to say, I didn't know. Honestly, I think it's because the authors know that it really doesn't matter when they send them in, because the books are so far from the print queue. Yeah. And it could be like, well, it's a CD book. I have tons of time. But I didn't know Easton's DLE. DLE, what was that? Speaking of Interview with the Vampire, Easton's new deluxe limited edition. I didn't know they were doing a new one. You can't even tell which year they're referring to with these updates. You're right; they don't have dates on them, so you can't specify what's new, or what's coming. Actually, if she died, then maybe the sheets were held up in the estate. Okay, I could see that. That's possible. But Brian James Freeman made it clear that they had the signature sheets in hand after she passed away. So, I was interviewed by Dark Bites podcast, run by Rick Hipsom. I found the Lynn by searching Hans. Oh, I found the link by searching Hans Curtis on YouTube. Nice. That's why we love you, Philip. Yeah, Philip's great. Turned everything off. Finally got it back. Thank you, number one. Oops, that was the wrong link. You have to pay extra to get the T in Priner. Yeah. They couldn't get all the letters, so they said, what letter can you do without? We'll print all the other letters. I guess we'll get rid of the T. Are you sure you don't want to get rid of like the Q or the Z? No, we'll get rid of the T. That's a pretty common. It's sent to the Priner. They couldn't afford the T. It's been at the Priner for a couple of years before they noticed that and sent it to the printer. Can CD not pull a BJF and switch printers? Oh yeah, Brian James Freeman, like I said, he learned a lot from the failures of Cemetery Dance, and he's not going to let that stuff fly at Levidian. And he made a note that the new editions, the new releases are going to cost more because he's going with a printer that costs more, but they do better quality assurance and they're going to get the books out on time. So he's warning everybody there's a price hike in the future for Levidian publications, which were underpriced for what he delivered. Let me put that way. You got a good value for your dollar, a hell of a good value. So he's warning everybody. I think people will understand, especially if there are quality assurances and timeliness. Hey folks, Jeff and Philip, finally got my box of Spinal Remains in. Your signed copies will go on it. Yes, that's awesome. Oh, I can't wait. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. The new guy at CD is saying the right things. We shall see if anything actually changes, though. He's being very transparent. He's like, hey, guys, I'm nobody here, and I'm trying to get these things done, but really, I'm just passing it along. And I told him Richard Chismar needs to step up to the mic, and he agreed, but, we'll see if that changes anything. Brain tingles. Some big news from SST today for those chasing those Mallerman books. Yes, that Unburied Carol, the few remaining copies are going up for sale. When? I don't remember, but it's coming. Unburied Carol with that insane art. Oh, I heard about an author that CD published who had personal problems like severe depression, has not finished any projects, and is one of the problems CD has had from before. Yeah, I think that's Norman Prentice. I'm not sure, but it was or Norman Partridge. David Mulligan said, "Yeah, that's sad, and I think they need to shift gears and refund money or whatever." But yeah, that's not good, and that's sad. I feel bad. There's nobody to be mad at in that situation. Let the person get help, but the publisher needs to make it right. So, yeah. I will not name this author. Yeah, they never actually said printer, so you can't use that against them. Yeah. I can't believe they made conversate a verb. Maybe Douglas Clegg. They seem to have given up on getting anything from him. Yeah. It's yes, it's a Cosmopolitan made with cherry. Hoping to get an SST Unburied Carol on Friday. Got my Mallory a week or two ago, so now I need to track down Bird Box. Yeah, there are a lot of Bird Box SSTs on eBay. I've seen a lot of those. So, Norman Prentice has published recently. Okay, so Douglas Clegg. Oh, that's so sad. His book, Dinner with the Cannibal Sisters, was excellent. Excellent. I loved it. SST do really nice work. I would buy more of their titles if I could afford it. Yeah, it's so much. I'm celebrating the influx of freaks today with a nice scotch. Oh, excellent. Yes, freaks. Where are my freaks at? You know what? If I would do it if I didn't think it would crash everything. Where are my freaks at? Everybody needs to get on. What are you drinking tonight, freaks? What's everybody got drinking? The never-ending chat. I think Clegg has medical problems. Oh, did anyone else order the Century Press edition of The Call of the Wild? This will be my first of the work. Yeah, no, I didn't. I've stopped accepting other presses. I had to cut them out. I'm like, no. I I have to pump the brakes. So I'm not open to that. Dude, Fracassi Freaks blowing up today. Who oh, Spayburn, 10-year, nice. What who's been pushing the Freaks? Because I think a lot of people have to get over there. There's something cool coming for the Fracassi Freaks, but Summer Ale by Sam Adams, and it's a coffee for Scully. Nice. But who's been putting the word out about the Freaks? Philip pushing that, because I think there's something wonderful on the way, and I was going to mention it. Not exactly what it is, but get over there. This guy named Philip Franksy or something posted about the page today. Very interested to see what Philip has cooking. Yes. You do know some freaks, Scully. You do, for sure. But yes, get over to the Fracassi Freaks. If you're not on there, there's something cool coming. I'm not going to say when or what, but it's soon and it's cool. And I'm stoked about it. It's really awesome. And I think a lot of people will be very, very happy. And I like what he's doing. I like what Philip's doing. So get over there. Philip is doing his due diligence. Yes. Surprise. Can't wait to see what's coming. It's great. I wasn't excited about Gatsby or Hemi, but I love me some Jack London. I like Jack London. Haven't read anything in a long time, but for me, it's just a matter of publishers. Between Suntop and the occasional Subpress and CP, I'm at a limit of my budget. Yes, I love these other publishers, but have to pay. That's exactly it. Jeff, I read The Butcher Boy last night. Excellent book. I was born in that part of the country, and it sounds a lot like Ireland in the 70s. We even had a slaughterhouse in the middle of town. Wow. That's awesome. You should read his other one, his new one, Pogue Mahone. It's trippy. It's written in free verse, and it's like a vacation every time I open that book and start reading. I have to get back to it because I wanted to interview Patrick McCabe, but I have so many books I have to read from my job here for the channel that I haven't gotten around to Pogue Mahone finishing that yet. So you should like Pogue Mahone. It's trippy, very trippy. I had dinner with Paul Miller Friday night and told him that Earthling is a well-respected press among the book collectors in the Jeffware group, and he was extremely pleased. Oh, yeah. Earthling's just amazing. I don't know why he still has a back catalog of some of his titles. I unboxed this today. Marla. This is a early reader's copy. Not many of these were made, and this is the upcoming Halloween series book. So it'll be published in October from Earthling. I already have a copy. Over 400 of the 500 print limitation are already sold. So there's, like 90 or so left. And I'm going to read this and do a review before October so I can get the word out. I'm telling you, the last Halloween series book was Boys in the Valley, and that was amazing. Amaze balls. Philip Fracassi knows. And very hard to find, very expensive when you do find it. And before that, a couple years before that, it was Goblin by Josh Malerman. Same deal. Excellent read. Introduced me to Josh Malerman. Amazing book. Inexpensive and then completely hard to find. It took forever to sell out. But now, if you want that edition, it's gonna be hard to find. It's almost never on eBay. And when it is, it's 5 times the price. So, Marla, I don't know. I'm gonna read it, and the track record for me learning about new authors from Earthling from their Halloween series is excellent. Sarah Pimborough is another one. She did. They Say a Girl Died Here Once. Amazing book. Amazing book. So. I'm getting a refill. That's why I'm getting a refill. So Earthling is incredible, and I'm over the moon. Paul Miller got it signed for me. So, I'm so pumped, and I've been destroying my arcs, and I'm going to try to take care of this like I took care of Gothic. Oh, Gothic arc was amazing. The Iron Heel has been on almost all my request surveys for years. Yeah, by Jack London. I have Pogue Mahone. I'll get to it eventually. He spelled it differently. It means kiss my ass. Freaking love Earthling. Earthling's amazing. I mean, I love the niche Earthling is filling, right? They're doing sweet limiteds at a variety of price points, but largely inexpensive. And their first editions, first published, almost all of them. Oh, that's delicious. That's delicious. So that is really, really cool. So I love that aspect of it. Running behind schedule. Did I miss the rant? Kind of, yeah. CD sucks. I mean, what do you want? I did order Sallow Bend from them. I had money in my account. So I ordered it because I got a signed book plate with my Nightworms package, but I didn't get the book because CD dropped the ball, but I still got the book plate. So that's going to translate to a sale for a lot of people. They're going to still want the book. So I ordered it direct from CD. Still haven't gotten a shipping notice, and it says in stock and shipping. So even with titles like that, are you really going to get it? I don't know. My only issue with Earthling is a me problem other than an Earthling problem. I'm not familiar enough with many of the authors Paul has published. The few I have are great additions. See, that's the thing. That's the genius. They say a girl died here once. My first Sarah Pinborough. Amazing read. Loved it. I love her. Josh Mallerman, the first book I read by him was Goblin. Big Mallerman fan. Fracassi, Boys in the Valley, same thing. There was a misfire with Earthling that I just didn't connect with that author, but it's so rare. It is so rare that I'm not, not really going to mention that book. But it's such a deeply personal thing. Earthling, I gotta say, if I had to percentage it, it'd be like 99% of the time Earthling is going to pick an awesome book by an awesome author. Just you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. The only reason Jeff isn't my favorite booktuber is the other one is much prettier. Yeah. Well, yes. Well, I was thinking of shaving the beard and maybe being someone else, but I can't. I'm going to the beach this week. I borrow that Marla. You're a bastard, Mitch. That's cruel. Is it because I'm not drinking a Rapture and I'm doing this 5 decades of drinks? Man, I got to save that Rapture, although they're going pretty fast. I have a hard time not drinking the Sugarfoot Stouts when I open the fridge and I see them in there. I have a hard time, man. I'm knee deep in Gothic right now. Phenomenal. Oh, to the knee? You kicked its ass so hard you went into the knee? Knee deep in Gothic? It's an amazing book. It's a lot of fun. The reviews are crazy awesome. I know if I was Philip Fracassi, I'd be smiling and just taking a shot of scotch. Do you take a shot of scotch? Taking a sip of scotch every time. Yeah, just wait for the end. It is a trip. It's so good. Do a review when you're done, Tim. I think that'll help sales for Cemetery Dance. And you get channel content, I would have cut CD out altogether and gotten one directly from Alan Baxter if I was you. I probably should have. But I had so I have money in my CD account sitting there, and it's making me nervous. The longer it sits there, the more I worry. The more I worry, the more I drink. The more I drink, the richer Mitch gets. So I guess it does work out. So yes, I don't know. It was there, so I did it that way. But you're right. I should have bought it direct from Alan Baxter. Like I talk about in my Nightworms unboxing, my Moonworms. Um, The Rue by Alan Baxter was awesome. I'm also unfamiliar with Earthling authors, but the cost is so low. I don't think it's a hard decision to take a chance. Yeah. Any reason not to expect the Alan Baxter book from Nightworms in a later box? I don't know. I would say here's my reason. I don't think they're going to send out the Alan Baxter book in a later box because they sent the book plate in the goodie bag with this box. And that would just be pissing people off, I think, if they and they have their months all planned out. And so it would be a logjam or very disruptive to do a substitution for a book they already have queued up. So I don't think they're going to do it. Otherwise, I think they would have held on to those book plates, unless the book plates were in there and the goodie bag was sealed and they didn't want to destroy all those goodie bags and rebag them. So maybe they'll get more book plates. I don't know. It kind of sucks. I got the hardcover Commodore today. It's awesome. I got the signed bookmark from Philip. That's awesome. Commodore was a great read. Loved it. So we are still getting the Alan Baxter book next month, maybe. I don't think so. I just don't know. Hey, Hans, how do you deal with that Matt Shaw stuff? Oh, that's hardcore stuff. Alan's in Australia, though. Shipping would be tough. Oh, interesting. Ew, the left hand is itching. Usually means a donation is on the horizon. What? Oh, they swapped it out on next month's book. Oh, I didn't realize that was next month's book. I have CD money too, trying to spend it down. I think I'm down to around $110 now. Now, I was going to spend it. I was going to save it for Pet Cemetery, but you know what? The longer it takes just to get the stand, I'm just so done. I'm so exhausted. So I don't even want to hold on, I used it for Gothic, trade, paperback, and hardcover, and then Sallow Bend. And so if they do other trade editions that tickle my fancy or whatever, I might do it again. I think my CD store credit is finally gone. Wow. My Commodore is supposed to be here tomorrow. Philip, can we still get a book plate? Nice. PM me on Facebook or DM me on Twitter or email through website, and I'll send you a signed bookmark. Not book plate for that. Yeah, it's a bookmark. Goodie bags. Hells yeah. Matt told the admin he was leaving Books of Horror because of the toxic reaction to his Roe versus Wade book. Matt told the admin he was okay. So it's not his horror, it's some drama. Oh, Matt told the admin he was leaving Books of Horror because of the toxic reaction to his Roe v. Wade book. Not sure if he actually did. All of this happened while I was away. Oh. I mean, this stuff, I don't know anything about that, so I probably shouldn't talk about it. But, fiction is allowed to take up all sides of an argument and toss it around and have people look at something in a different crazy way. So that's interesting. I just checked. I have 102.65 left. I'm hoping to use it on another copy of The Stand, but it'll be worth $10.26 by then. That's funny. Swap Black Tide. Yeah, it's Black Tide. So I have that. It's a Casey Jones book. I don't know anything about it. So, but I didn't know that was next month's book. I also just checked. I'm about the same. Need to order more books from other publishers. Yeah. Just the thought of Pet Cemetery on the shelf gives me. I would love that. You see all the books Florida banned in public schools? No. No, I haven't. I don't like any censorship. But sometimes schools are a whole different animal, and we homeschool our kids, so that's like Nothing we need to even tip our toe in the water about. So what's going on with DRP? I saw a Facebook ad today showing off a King mystery box, but people were getting mad since they were still waiting on their purchase made from 2 years ago. Yeah, they wait for them all to come in and you wait forever. Oh, nah, I only read books that contain ideas I already agree with. That's what books are for, right? Bingo. Nail on the head, Peter. The cover to Matt's book is Roe versus Wade, and a lot of people just get triggered. Oh, come on, and don't understand that it is a work of fiction. Matt should have anticipated this reaction. Well, he should have anticipated the reaction when you give it a provocative title like that, and he shouldn't have been so battered about by the winds of dialogue. I think you're doing it to get eyeballs. You're going to get reactions. For example, I created it for YouTube short crews, unsolicited and probably against the will. And I've gotten a lot of views on one of them, but then that means I got a higher percentage of dislikes because you're inviting more people into the conversation and not everybody's going to like what you're saying. So if you're doing it for the attention, deal with the fallout. I'm stuck again. Oh, come on. Unbelievable. Black Tide was good, a fun read. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, I thought that list read like a rundown of exactly what you should give your children to read. Ooh. We got to look into that, Joe. It's getting harder. The books that Florida banned. It's getting harder for indie authors to write without being cyberbullied into self-censorship. Write what you know doesn't mean what it used to. He did. He left. Joan Easton attacked him and took it to other formats he was still on. I'm not an admin, but she should be kicked from the Books of Horror group for attacking him. I saw the posts. Joanne was booted from the books. Okay, cool. Having a rough time with the stream tonight. I've had to drop and rejoin 4 times. Oh my God. Oh, so it fixed for Peter. He refreshed. That's crazy. Is this glitching for anyone else? Or is Rogers still the worst provider ever? Huh. Oh my God. Glitching for me, refreshed and better now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Refresh worked. Okay, well, it's 9:19. I'm gonna make this a short live because I'm pretty pissed off that it keeps Orwell's on that list. Orwell needs to be read by everybody. That's a perversion of censorship. George Orwell, Animal Farm, 1984. They both need to be read by everybody. Everybody with a functioning brain needs to read those 2 books. The Color Purple. Wow. Man, censorship's no bueno, man. No good. Okay, so let me wrap this up relatively soon. I talked about this is the 1-year anniversary. Yay. Beset with issues. I'm going to fix. We're going to get router boosters. We're going to do something. Or I'll relocate. I'll be in Ian's room. How about that, Jill? So I'm going to do that. We talked about nightworms, how I did my last package. Maybe I heard a rumor that an author I like might be in a future package. So I might have to get that one. Thank you, Jason. You've been there since the beginning. So appreciate it. And I appreciate you sticking around tonight with all these issues. Was this the 1-year anniversary of what? What did I miss? This is 1-year anniversary of my live stream. It's actually a little over. Last week probably would have been the anniversary episode because it was the 16th that I started going live, and last week I went live on the 15th. So that was the year. This is a year and a week. Who's counting? So that's crazy. That is crazy. They take them down. They think they won't take you down. But we have to be brave regardless of the consequence. Centipede Press books coming in hot now. Yes, we can't let censorship win ever. That new Hallahan looks nice. I agree with you, Scully, 100%. Team Terry anniversary. It's been fun. Thank you, guys. I read that there will be no Suntop arc for the new Ania Ahlborn title. Where was this confirmed? The guy who's hunting them down, Russel Coombs, who needs an arc of the neighbors. That's on my list. I put that down. Russel Coombs needs an arc of the neighbors by Ania Ahlborn. And he's the one that won the lottery for the one-lettered edition of If You See Her. That's great news. Round of applause for Russel Coombs. Russel Coombs. If anybody should have won that lettered edition lottery, it's him. So thank you. A fun year. Thank you, guys. Good night and happy anniversary. Hopefully better link next week. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I am Manos. Happy anniversary. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Thank you, Dewey. He deserves his Rapture Brew, Jill. Well, I have them. I got them on the cooler in the fridge, and I'm sitting on them, so I'm going to hopefully make them last as long as I can. But I encourage everybody here, if you're a friend of the channel, get your Rapture Brew. Get it. We're going to create some stuff for this channel. We're going to create a newsletter, a website, and other things. And Rapture Brewing is always going to be a part of this channel. It's amazing stuff. I think I saw the very first stream, and while I haven't caught them all, we love the ones I have. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's really sweet. Ania Ahlborn need a restraining order against Russell. Yeah, he asked her and he asked the publisher, and then he told me there will be no arc. I think he was hoping if there was, I'd send him one, but I couldn't. I have an arc of brother and seed. There's no way I could give him an arc of If You See Her. Paul Suntup's been on and off with the arcs, and the last one came out after the numbered was published. So that was for Hannibal. So I don't know when he decides to do one and when he doesn't, but it's kind of a bummer. I so wanted an arc for Butcher Boy. Oh, hey, Stephanie, thank you. Thank you. I'm cleaning out my closet to pack for a move. You guys are trendsetters. Everybody move. Just move. Wherever you are, go somewhere else. Good night, Jeff, Jill, and fellow heads. Oh, thank you. Can we get producer Jill on to toast with you for the anniversary feed? Uh-oh. She's panicking. Like it's low grade panic. Like she's laughing. She's like, ha, 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 ha. But inside, oh, it's worse than that ocean in Interstellar. Oh, she wants to do it when the pixels are better and the feed is perfect. That's what she said. Well, she ain't doing it tonight, that's for sure. Hans and Josh M needs one against Jacqueline. Oh, really? Oh, and Josh Mallerman needs one against Jacqueline. It's funny. Oh, snap, do it. Jill, they're chanting for you. They're chanting for you. This would be the day. We won't see her really anyway. See? You got cover. Pretty please. Blame it on the pixels, PJ. She doesn't want to be 64-bit Jill. Oh, you're getting huzzahs from Hans. Producer Jill would look like the shimmering head in Jacob's Ladder. Oh, that creeped me out. Jacob's Ladder. Oh, my God. Peace out, bro. Take it easy, Scully. Thanks for sticking up for freedom of speech and anti-censorship. I appreciate it. Any community that loves books and loves the written word should abhor censorship. And I got to say, I don't know the details. I also don't like to jump to conclusions on a news story that I'm not vetted on or informed on or whatever. I like to keep a level head. I know a lot of people jump on things, and I will say I err on the side of no censorship. I err on the side of anti-censorship. So If I have to jump to a conclusion, that's a great one to jump to. Producer Max Headroom. Remember that? Oh, you're aging yourself, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. So, yes. So Suntup, the Ania Ahlborn book, looks amazing. I hope you guys saw my interview with her. It was great. I've since sent the interview to her, and she's going to be sharing it on her channels as such, and so on forthwith. And I told her she has a standing invitation anytime she wants to come on my channel and chat or do another written interview to promote anything she wants. It's there. And I'd love to have her. So you did an interview? Cool. How did I miss that? I didn't do it was a written interview. Someone should explain who Max Headroom was to Mitch. I told Mitch I wasn't going to do any youth jokes about his age. So that I was stopping last week. But Max Headroom was a popular TV show spawned from popular commercials back when network television, broadcast television, airwaves we got to tell them what airwave television was. People used to have things on top of the roofs called antennas. He's not going to understand this. TVs used to have a picture tube. They used to weigh like 500 pounds. Mitch, just be glad you were born 3 weeks ago. I've watched a lot of super, super old videos on YouTube about it. I actually know who that is. It was very trendy. Yeah, Hans, it was only text. I wrote it up and I posted it on the Jeff Word. So get over there and read it. And if not, hit me up with your email address and I'll mail it to you. MTV, back when Money for Nothing was on every hour of the day. Yes, Max Headroom was also Trash Can Man. Yes. Yes, My Life for You. Yes. Trash Can Man. So Russell Coombs needs an arc of neighbors. You need to have Jill interview Ania with you just sitting there on camera. Jill was like, I will do anything for love, but I won't do that. And by that is appear anywhere near the camera. Jill, you're like a vampire and this is sunlight, only you'll sparkle. That's what I gotta say. You'll be a Stephanie Meyer vampire. The camera will make you sparkle. People are not going to believe I'm married to a human. They're like, this is a lie. Jeff does not. It's like, you're my Snuffleupagus. I'm Big Bird. I swear to God, producer Jill exists. That one glimpse of you popping into the scene is the only evidence. And then it's like the Loch Ness Monster, pictures of that. They're gonna analyze it on Unexplained Mysteries. They're gonna say this was not a human being. Producer Julie will not be in town when I do another live. They're going to be here between lives. So let's all send Russell Coombs scripts from the Neighbors TV show. If you banged on the top of your TV, it would get the picture lined back up. Oh, yeah. Yes. She's not coming on the channel. She's not going to do it. Nope. Those were the days. Jeff and the real doll. Of course she exists. Jeff, we believe you. ... Jeff met her at summer camp. Yeah, and she lives like 4 states away. And the mail in her town is a little spotty. She doesn't have a lot of cell phone reception. It's tough, but we're making it work. That's fine. I prefer Ania to be mysterious and textual. Yes. I said that, like, I thought about what a bummer it was she wouldn't appear on the show, on the channel. And then when she agreed to a written interview, I thought, well, I'm getting a really great author to write some more words. So that's extra special. And then I cried into my Cosmo, and I binge watched Sex in the City. Carrie Bradshaw? I never saw it either. No. I didn't fit the demographic somehow. Who's the main who's married to Matthew Broderick? Sarah Jessica Parker, right? If I interviewed her, I'd say, "Why the long face?" That's fine. I prefer. Okay. Peanut butter, no jelly, the Grateful Dead and no weed, vodka and Kahlua and no cream, Jeff and no producer Joe. I see what you did there. I see what you did. It's just not the same. You need both. You need both. Guys, I swear she's alive. She exists. And she's more annoyed with me than any of you will ever be. I promise you. Q&A. Ania did a Q&A for Books of Horror years ago, as did Keelan Patrick Burke. Oh, that's cool. So you're saying you did it better and cooler? Okay. Yeah, when I asked her if she'd do an interview on the channel, and I sent her a link to the channel, and I said, basically, I'm a puffball. You can't be afraid of me. I'm nobody. And I'll let you edit the video any way you want. You tell me, you could take a 3-hour interview and you could cut it down to 10 minutes if you want, whatever it takes. And she's like, no. And then I said, well, will you do a written interview? She said, sure. So she just felt it would be too awkward. She was too self-conscious, and that's fine. There's a reason people go into writing. There's a reason people are more comfortable with the written word. I don't blame her at all. But damn. And it was a fun interview. She was super sweet about it, super great. And it was a lot of fun. But Keelan Patrick Burke appeared on my channel. Hans appeared on my channel. Couch Kitty update. Couch Kitty, I'm actually getting to pet Couch Kitty. Couch Kitty has finally let a human make contact. So every day when she's up in her cat condo, I'll make an effort to go over quietly, carefully, soothingly, talk to her and say, hi. I let her sniff my hand. I don't know if that's a weird thing. I don't know if cats need to do that, but she seems to do it. And then I pet her a little bit, and she's you could see her kind of like heart beating a little faster. She's a little nervous, but she allows it. She doesn't hiss or bite. And then she calms down, and I walk away. And I've been doing it more and more frequently. One time she hissed at me, and I walked away. But more and more, I'm able to just like pet her a little bit and say, it's okay. Nobody's going to hurt you. And she's kind of cool with that. So she's not cuddly and nobody's like petting her and all that, but she's never hiding anymore. She's always where we could see her. And that makes me feel better. Yeah, back when it was cool. If we don't see her in a live soon, someone call for a wellness check. That's funny. She does text you guys, so I don't know. The written interview rocked. It was funny and charming and informative. Yeah. That's good. Glad she's doing better. Yeah. I felt bad for abducting a cat. You don't want cats to sniff your hands because their sense of smell is so strong it can be damaging to their nostrils. Or maybe I made all that up. You had me going, Andrew. You had me going. I don't know. I know a dog, you kind of let them sniff you so they get a sense. I don't know. It kind of calms them down that you're kind of introducing yourself. And then, you're not supposed to put your hand on their head right away. You got to let them sniff your hand and be cautious about. I just don't know how cats are, but she's super playful. Like if you have a string, some yarn, oh my God, she'll play for hours. She's awesome. So I haven't read the interview. Is there any discussion over why there is an AE classic edition of the book, but there wasn't for the previous two? No. And I asked her a bunch of questions that she didn't respond to. And one of them was why did you sign the artist edition and what was all that about? and she just didn't answer those. So on the next follow-up, I deleted the questions and just did follow-ups on what she was answering. So I didn't get an answer to that. I don't know. And I know Paul Suntup's doing these classic editions. So yeah, it's a whole new world. So I guess it's going to be a new thing from Suntup to do artist editions with a signature. It might be more of a publisher question. Yeah, I think that's how I took it. When she saw that question, she's like, well, ask him. He asked me to do it and I did it. Like that's as far as it goes. So I don't imagine she had input in that. Yeah. So someone was asking about the subpress reprints. Maybe it was just Paul Suntup feeding the market. Maybe. Jason, my guess would be too many unsigned collecting too many unsigned artist editions collecting dust in the warehouse. Only one knows is Paul. So classic editions are exciting. I hope there are many more. I'm actually surprised that the Ania Ahlborn Classic Edition of If You See Her didn't sell better. And I thought you're putting out a numbered edition at $395 and a classic edition, which is signed by Ania, at $135 with more art than the numbered. But the numbered had that excellent wood case. You're creating a competition between the two. If you take out Anya's signature out of the one level, then if you want an Anya signature, you got to go to a numbered. But so he sets a thing up where he's competing with himself, and he did 1,000, and I think he probably thought he was going to sell 1,000 in quick succession, but he still has a bunch left. I think he could have stayed at 750 on that one. I was under the impression that Paul was always doing AEs when he could get the rights to do so. Yeah, but classic's a little different. I don't mind them. They don't hurt the market for the first printings, in my opinion. There's going to be 7 more Paul's Last Live. Yes. How many CEs are there left of the Ania title? Last I checked, there were like 300. So I don't know. Let me see. Well, I'm checking on that right now. You're getting live customer service right now. Live customer service. Are you looking at me like I got to get off the phone? I know I did. She's like, you told everybody you're leaving. Okay. Man. Call her Buzz Jill. Oh boy, did I just mess up the rest of my life. She's going to give me hell. Getting you a number on the classic editions, $297. $297. Oh, there was an email for Dark Regions offering a King Mystery Box number 3, the one with the signed Stephen King book, which was priced at $1,500, but now it's $30. Oh, I see. I've never had the counter work when I look. This one doesn't. You have to do a hack. You have to enter more than the total of remaining books. So you have to guess. So I just put in all ones, 1,111. And then you click outside the field, but don't hit add to cart. And then it'll resolve with the actual number of books that are remaining in inventory. And so right now it's 297. If I had some extra cash, I would have jumped on that. Okay. Yeah, if I did too, but I don't. I got the first King Mystery Box and nothing new, and I can't pay that much for a signed King book not knowing the title. I know, it's bullshit. You can't do that. Downside to that mystery box is that I guess people are still waiting on mystery box number 2 from a couple years back. Oh my God. If we get more CEs from Suntop, they will be crazy value for money. I think so too. Buzz Jill. Mystery boxes are too mysterious for me. Grab bags, mystery boxes, I'm over those. If you couldn't sell it now you're just cleaning off your warehouse shelves, and I'm not going to do it. You could have a sale on books that I can pick, and I respect that. Subpress does that. But grab bags, like, you don't know what we're going to send you. Nope. What was I going to say about? Oh, yeah, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. mentioned the reprints. So Subterranean Press has been doing reprints. Centipede Press is talking about doing reprints, and I'm not against it. I know a lot of people are like upset, but if you mark second printing on the copyright page, I'm all good. I got a first printing. Hopefully, if people are like pursuing and they're hunting for that elusive first printing, you still have something that's worth the dollars, right? But a lot of people are like, then it devalues it, why waste money, and they're hurting their investment essentially. And I can understand it, but I don't agree with it. And like Jared had a phenomenally hard, not a phenomenally, he had a rough go of Powers of Darkness releasing that. And a lot of people were left out and unhappy. And he's like, should I reprint it? I think that's a great idea, especially if there's demand, because some brave YouTuber hyped that book to unbelievable heights. I did, Jill. I did. I hyped the book. We should be getting ours this week. I want that book so bad. I got a signed one. I want it. Should be getting it this week. I saw Tim got his. How do you like it, Tim? Tim got his, Powers of Darkness. Ugh. Grab bags and mystery boxes are great for new collectors. Yes. And they used to have great stuff in them before the small publisher market exploded. And it did. There's a lot of competition out there. And although I will say it should have, well, okay, a lot of people, there are a lot more publishers, but there are also a lot more customers thanks to Facebook and social media and very incredible YouTube channels like the Jeff Word and It's Terrific and Splink, Sean Patrick Lynch. But I say Splink. I don't know what else to call his channel. But I would think that it would create, since all those customers have to spread their money out because there's so many presses, that there would be maybe better books available. I don't know. I like reprints for numbered editions so long as they are just not as good as the first printing. Lack of a slipcase, limitation, or signature. Yeah. If you do it unsigned, yes. So that's what Jared was talking about with Powers of Darkness. He was going to do unsigned Powers of Darkness. But Subterranean Press did signed second printings of Martha Wells's Murderbot Diaries. And I will say, do not make fun of Martha Wells's signature because she has tendonitis and it's very painful for her to sign. And a lot of people complained about her signature and then had their heads handed to them, which it's fair to complain about his signature. But understand, you don't know the whole story. There are people that have differing abilities and so therefore have a kinder heart. I'm not upset about Subpress doing reprints, but I do have a quibble with them hiking the prices. Yeah. It gives people a chance to get a deluxe version without eroding the value of the first printing. Yes, that is. If You See Her was Powers of Darkness. What? Oh, it was print on demand? I'd snatch up some reprints of Gothic and Boys in the Valley. Yeah, see? Now, Earthling ain't going to do that. Earthling's done. He printed. He's moved on. He's on the new books. But here's the thing: you're going to get Gothic and Boys in the Valley, but in trade editions. So there's a trade-off, and I think that's a good trade-off. I like that there's a limited and then there's a trade. I like reprints if it keeps the publisher going. Amen. Amen. I'm not complaining about the small publisher market exploding, by the way, but grab bags tend to have more leftovers now because so many titles sell out now. Yeah. I had to reach up above my head to grab my copy, and like 5 books fell on me. Thank Cthulhu, they were just my trade Ahlborns. It's funny. I'm sure Folio crushes it with their reprints. They do, and there's no denying that. I got a Thunderstorm grab bag just because I had so few Thunderstorm titles on my shelf. See, that would be tempting to me too, because I don't have many Thunderstorm books. I would like Subpress to do a second printings of first titles in a series that have fewer copies than later titles in the series. Yes. Yeah. Has Levidian been discussed? No, but I did a little bit. So Brian James Freeman talked about how he's going with a new printer who's going to be more timely, better quality control, and more money. So it's going to cost collectors more money. So, but he's being transparent. He's saying this is coming, and you can't fault him for that, nor should you. I don't know. They've gone up market, which is fine, but their design choices are not what I prefer. Oversized, for example. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Subterranean Press just doesn't do authors that I read a lot of. So it's easy for me to pass. New Levidian coming next month. Cool. So yes, he's been teasing a new one with his old printer that made him break up with that printer. So hopefully he's on top of that with quality. I don't know what it is. He blurred the title. Producer Jill's giving me harsh looks. You know what? She doesn't mind giving me harsh looks, but then when I tell you guys she does, she like, oh, don't say anything. Well, then don't do the crime if you don't want to do the time. Only thing I'm buying from Subpress now is Lansdale's. Prices are too high, and they weren't as attractive as some of the other. Now, I'm not dumping on Subpress. I dig them. I like them. I just don't dig a lot of their authors. And if you do a limitation of 1,500, it's not limited, in my opinion. So it's kind of like, and you got time. So I don't know. I like William Schaefer. I like what they do. They're good press. And I encourage everybody who likes their titles to buy with confidence. But it's been easy for me to just look past them. Again, it's the 5. Suntup, SST, Earthling, Levidian. Oh my God, who was that 5th one? Oh, I went blank. Suntup, SST, Earthling, Levidian. Oh my God, who am I missing? And Centipede Press. And Centipede Press. Boom. No, not Thunderstorm. Centipede. Yeah, those are my 5 regulars. Those are the ones. Levidian's doing Boy's Life. What? I was being nothing but Levidian Boy's Life. Nothing about okay. SST has Unburied Carol coming out. Yes. I don't see them adding any value to the books to explain the differences. I believe the reprint of Gardens of the Moon was $75 more expensive than the first print numbered. Oh, so they're doing the same exact thing but charging more for it. I'm 1 book away from a complete numbered set from McCammon. Anyone guess which one I am missing? Oh, Wolf's Hour? I don't know. Wolf's Hour is my guess. Martian Chronicles is amazing. I'm being very selective from Subpress now. I like them as a publisher, but pass on most things. Better be Centipede. Yeah, it was Centipede for sure. Like Jeff, just not a lot of authors really want to seek out. I thought CJ Tudor would be awesome. She was absolutely horrible, train wreck, flaming dumpster pile garbage. So The only author they do that I like is Jeff Vandermeer, and I only read one of his books, and so all the other ones are there, and I haven't picked them up. So there were only 274 printed of the title I'm missing. Oh, come on, Mr. Slaughter, of course. Agree to some extent, but costs have gone up, so the same book would cost more anyway. They are doing more dual color printing and oversized books in addition, which adds to the cost. Okay. So, yeah, Subpress is still outside my top 5, but not far behind. They'd be in my top 10 for sure, Subpress. Thunderstorm would be in my top 10, specifically for Chad Lutsky and Philip Fracassi. I hope you guys got Behold the Void. I'm sorry, Beneath the Pale Sky from Thunderstorm. It's still there. Go buy it. I don't know why you wouldn't have. If you're on this channel watching me right now, I'd imagine that'd be something you would do. Jeff, yeah, I bought a Tudor book and couldn't finish it. So Chalkman was okay. It was kind of childish, kind of hacky writing, but I thought debut author, it's only going to get better from here. And the idea was okay. So Chalkman had a okay idea. Then The Hiding Place came out. Oh man, everything I didn't like about Chalkman was turned up to like 20 in The Hiding Place. And it was super bad. So awful. The writing is atrocious. I wrote a review on Goodreads if you want to see what I'm getting at. Basically, CJ Tudor writes a sentence, and then she writes that same sentence with different words, and then writes that sentence with different words, and then writes that sentence with different words. And pretty soon you have a big paragraph full of the same thought, reworded a number of ways in an overwrought fashion where it makes it seem like she's poetic or playing with prose and is a master wordsmith, and none of that's true. It's just it reads like a high school student trying to pad an essay by saying the same thing over and over and over again in different words, and it's like kicking a dead horse, and that horse has been glue like 4 years ago. So I read that, and then I immediately closed it. I finished both books inexplicably, and I said, there's no way in hell I'm ever buying another CJ Tudor book. And I found somebody to buy them off of me for a wee bit above cost. Not much, but I'm glad I didn't lose money on them. So I sent them off, happy to do so. The person who got them was very happy. The person who got them got a match because they were a matching set. They were both number 73 from Subpress. And that person got number 73 of what was her next book? The Others or The Burning Girls? I don't remember what her next book was, but they got that. And so I was really sad to miss out. I'm always rooting for a new author. Good night, Jeff and Jill. Thank you for being here, David. Thunderstorm does Jeff Strand's gleefully macabre. Yeah. Jeff Strand's a great writer. Yes, I got one ordered. They have Chad's books. Yes, they do. They're going to have another one soon. I'm not a Subpress naysayer. I like Subpress and have many. I just think they are overreaching a bit with recent pricing. Apparently, the market disagrees with me because they sell out fine. And I think if what William Schaefer can do that and he can sustain a business and he doesn't have to warehouse a bunch of unsold copies, then good. And stay afloat. You will lose some people, but maybe you have so many loyalists it doesn't matter. Hans, any idea when the next strand drops for that imprint? Oh. The point got to me. I understand what you're saying, trying to tell me. You have made a point, and I heard it. The point I got. What point? Subpress are doing the Revelation Space Series, which I will get all if I can. Huh. Also buying the Jemison series they are publishing. Not much else though. Curious King of Jemison is going to be epic. Yes. I can see where the money is going, but wish they would make different design choices to lower the price. Interesting. I don't have a hint for the next, Jeff, but I hope they do the Andrew Mayhem book soon. I learned of the Revelation Space too late and missed it. Oh, boy. Hans agreed, but that leaves 3 more Strand titles. He said 11, right? What was the point? What was the point, Hans? I got the point. The point got to me. I understand what you're trying to tell me. You have made a point. Who are you saying that to? Was it me? Was I making a point? I don't think I was making a point. This channel is 98% nonsense and 2% tomfoolery. That's 110% bullshit if you're doing the math because of the inflation element. You know, it inflates. Nonsense and tomfoolery create bullshit, which is like puffy bullshit. Let's hope for mandibles and candy-coated madness. All right. Hans was mocking CJ. Okay, yes. That's what it was. I got the point. Yes. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr., for helping me see my way through my own live stream. But yes, it's like that. Oh, my God, is that insufferable. And you know what? All the power to her. If she's making a writing career out of doing that, and people like it, and they buy it, and they enjoy it, bingo. Jeff, I was saying the same thing again and again in different ways. Jeff, I was repeating myself in another way. That's awesome. Speaking of Curious King, anyone else find the complete silence since the blade itself ordering is a bit disconcerting? He's a one-man show. I'm not really worried about it, but I think he's getting a dose of publishing. And, you know, sometimes new publishers come out gung-ho and they think it's going to be very fast, and then it's not. And then they got customers asking questions and they crawl in a shell. I don't know. I could reach out to Andrew K and find out. Good things are coming soon. I could feel it. Ooh, he could feel it. Andrew could feel it. Couldn't get a seat on Curious King because of glitches. Glitches need stitches. Glitches. Sons of glitches. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up tonight because Jill keeps eyeballing me with that one eye of hers. She has one dead eye. You don't know this because you'll never see her. You have one dead eye that's like, what is it, like 4 times the size of the other eye? And it floats. It just floats in there. You know, and then once in a while, she'll get a premonition and it'll lock onto something. And she'll get a premonition about that thing. And then it'll go back to floating. Well, that one evil eye keeps looking at me. Is it 4 or 5 times the size of the other one? Did the scientists ever measure it? All I know is when they get a Geiger counter near her eye, it explodes. They tried it. And I don't know why they tried it because I don't know why they thought it'd be radioactive. But they took a guy. You'll never see Jill. You'll never see her. So I could be totally telling the truth. Totally. That one eye, it's like 6 times the size of your other eye. And she has like extended canine teeth. They come down real far. She has to like wear a special mouth guard at night to keep her mouth like moisturized because she can't close her mouth completely because of these fangs. She's got that one huge eye and these fangs that just come down and they constantly cut her chin. Constantly. One eye, a Thunderstorm title. Okay, I'll write it. I wasn't able to get that Curious King release because Jeff decided not to let me win his giveaway. Oh, you kept coming up, Mitch. I'm like, who's going to win? Mitch Hall. I'm like, no, respin. Mitch Hall. No, respin. No. It was like 8 times in a row, Mitch. You won, and I refused. Refused to let you win. Leave the stream running until Jill comes around the desk to turn it off. She won't. You'll see my head bash into the console because she'll use my head to turn it off. Good night, all. Till we meet again. Take it easy, Mark. That sounds fatal. That sounds fatalistic. Till we meet again at the clearing at the end of the path, Mark. Let's not do that. Was it the Curious King keyword giveaway? Cat's balls? It was something like that. Cat's balls. Welcome to the couch, Jeff. Yes. We got a comfy couch, too. She's too beautiful for us mortals. I understand. Good night, everyone. Yes. Good night, Stephanie. She'll read you your fortune if she ever sees you with that one big eye. It's like 10 times the size of her other eye. Mitch, I don't think you meet the age requirement for that giveaway. Nice, Jason. Everybody get tune up on Mitch. Oh my God, she's going to kill you. Yeah, she's going to kill me slowly over a number of years or immediately. Either way, Jill is going to kill me. That is very true. I think you're right. I had to lie about my age to view the video. How old are you, Mitch? You're like 4, right? You're 4. All right, dudes and dudettes, us Fracassi freaks admins got us some planning to do. All right, go plan in your super secret No Jeffs Allowed club with Mitch and Steve and Dwayne Allison Jr. and his Hans in there too. I'm sure everybody but me is in there. Go do your planning. I'll be reading one of very few signed copies of Marla. Oh, I didn't mention this, but I also got this book because of Russel Coombs. I bought it ages ago, and I emailed the publisher because check this out. This is a nice little trick the book does where it doesn't want to stay glued. Look at that. So I emailed them, Valancourt. Mitch is 22. No, he's not. Don't worry, Mitch. You'll get your revenge when you outlive us all. Yeah, Mitch. He's going to be drinking a Rapture Brewing in one hand and urinating on our graves with the other hand. That kind of got weird. But he'll be pushing that Rapture Brew out. You want some Rapture, Jeff? You want some Rapture? Who's laughing now? And that'll probably be like next month. Yeah, he's a baby. He's 32. He's 32. I drink scotch older than you, Mitch. He's 22, has 9 kids and 16 grandkids. Oh, but these live streams will be boring without all you old farts. Oh, yeah. We are old farts. We're so old, man. You're 32. When I was 32, I was 48. I was never 32. All right. Well, huh? I'm never going to make 50, says producer Jill. All right. Well, I'm going to end the stream. So you've heard that as an admission of murder. Mitch's generation have urinating hands. Yeah, I was getting to a thing where I was talking about someone else's body parts and I had to pull back. And then by that time, the plane crashed into the side of the mountain. So good night, everyone. Philip Fracassi, thank you for sticking around. Good night to all Jeff Heads, a better group of people you won't find anywhere. That sounds like an Irish toast, and you're not even 0.5% Irish. But that sounds like an Irish toast. A better group of people you won't find anywhere. I'm part Irish. I could try to butcher an accent if I want. I'm mostly Irish descent. Mostly. Good night, all. Good might. Yes, Peter. Good might, all. Thank you, Jeff and PJ. And all hail PJ. Good night, y'all. To another year of streams. Thank you. Yes, to another year. And a better one. And one where I am not pixelated. And I don't have to be interrupted. And no death threats from producer Jill. Buzz Jill. Okay, well, I got to go because now I've just signed my own death warrant. Stay frosty, everybody.